Hey there, I'm Noah, or Catherine. I'm your friendly DDR tools developer, and for the past, I guess, about 3 years, I've been working slowly on what I've called the DDR tools event mode. And we're finally at a point where it's functional enough that we're going to try to use it for Red October this coming weekend, 2024. And it's just out there ready for other people to play with and see if it does anything useful for you. But I think it's worth going over what's changed and how to get the most out of it. To just summarize what I think are the big deals here, fully overhauled how the configuration works. You can have multiple different configurations of how charts are drawn. You can give them individual names, and as you're drawing, you can pick by name. The networking mode is completely thrown out and replaced with a new system. It works basically like Google Docs now. That means that everything stays between reloads too. Everything is just fully synced with everybody else that has the same URL as you. Unlike Google Docs, there's no permissioning, so don't share the URL for your event with people that you don't want to have access to edit it. It has some direct StartGG integration. You can even save the results of a match back to your bracket. There's a minimal amount of cab management that'll let you assign draws to an individual cab to kind of keep track of which one is where, and then to tie that back to what I think makes DDR tools the most useful. There's also some special OBS integration with that cab management, which gives you dedicated browser sources for information about what's being played on any given machine. So let's do a quick demo. Right here is what you'll see if you go to next.ddr.tools. And it's just going to say, would you like to create a new event? Click this, boom. It is giving you a random URL, much like a Google Docs URL. If you share that with anybody, they visit it, they'll see the exact same thing you're seeing in real time, updating as things change, and so on and so forth. Everything else looks pretty familiar here, I hope. You'll see the draw button is disabled because now you have to start doing some configuration ahead of time. So if we get into here, we can create a new drawing. You can give it a name, let's say like lower pools, and select a game, like my favorite game right now, Step Maniacs. And then here we are. It's configured. We've got lower pools here. Let's say that we're going to only do hard charts and it's going to start at only wild, that is, and start at 20 and go up to 19 to 22. And then we're going to duplicate this and call it upper pools. And then this one can be from 21 to 24. And then we can say, let's say top 8 is in theory going to start at like 23 and go all the way to the top. And then that'll be our configuration for this little demo. So now when we hit draw, it's going to ask you to pick which configuration you're drawing for. And you can put in a title of the match, and you can put in the players that you're drawing for. You can leave this blank if you want, and then click create. And then, hey, here we go. There's our cards. Nothing too exciting there. But keen eyes will have already noticed that we have this Start GG Sync tab here, and these other two options here for head-to-head or gauntlet matches. If you click into any of these, you'll see that it's asking for Start GG credentials, which it'll link you out to a place where you can create a personal access token. You can paste that in here. Let's go ahead and configure that on this tab. Actually, I have one ready to go right here. I'm going to hit save. You can paste in a slug of any tournament on StartGG for read-only access. Any tournaments that this key happens to have admin access to, that is the user that created it happens to have admin access to tournaments, those will be pre-filled down here. You can just click on one of these and it'll pop in right there. But we're going to use this one for the moment. Now, when we go to draw, and we click here, it will have automatically pulled any head-to-head matches that it thinks might be eligible for a draw. And if you go to gauntlet mode, it'll also look for any phases of your tournament that you've set as a custom progression. And it's going to treat those as a gauntlet pool so that you can put a bunch of people in a draw together. And all I have to do is pick this division, and now it's done a draw. It's pre-filled that it's the blue division. It's pre-filled all of the people in that division as members here, so that they're going to show up as potential actors on picks, vetoes, protects, and all of that sort of thing. And that's all great. When you do the head-to-head draw, there's another thing that's going on. Let's do like a Jelly Slosh versus Ches Mix here. Let's imagine that they're in upper pools for that. Here, in the head-to-head matches, you'll see a score of players based on how many wins they've potentially had. As so. So now we see that Jelly's got 1, Ches has 2. There's this new icon here, Save Winner to Start GG. If you click this, assuming you have right access to the tournament that you've picked, this will save Ches as the winner with 2 Jellies 1 back directly into your bracket right from here, never having to leave this page. So that's our Start GG. There's not really much to demo on networking mode other than the fact that if you had this open on other devices, other iPads, other laptops, they're all seeing everything automatically. There's no buttons to sync or send or any of that kind of stuff. It just is what it is. Cab management, assign matches to individual machines. Well, that's hiding away in this little sidebar here. You get the primary cab by default. You could add others, like say backup cab is here. You can assign to cab with this little action here. I'll assign this match to primary cab, and then it shows up here. It's blank right now because we didn't add any title or player names to this match. If we say assigned this one, then it would show up as the blue division match with all of these players down there. You can click on these cards to jump to where they are in the list of draws, so you can find them if you ever get lost. And you can unassign them like so, and then you're back to no match. The important thing about cab assignment is every individual cab has dedicated OBS sources for the cards for whatever the current match is, the title of that match, player 1 and player 2 individually, or a list of all players. Click here, it's going to copy that to a URL, and then if you paste that here, this I need to update. Whoopsies. Haha. The one I can demo is let's say the all players though, which shows all of those players just on their own. You can fit that into your layouts in OBS however you please. That'll update in real time, of course. So as soon as I reassign something else, let's assign this to the primary cab. Now it says Jelly Slosh Ches Mix, just like that. So that is your cab management and OBS integration as well. So that's all I've got. That can collapse away and give you more space here. Please give it a try. The URL is next.ddr.tools. Let me know if it helps, if there's more you think that could be done to really change things up. There's a couple of other extra options, I guess, worth mentioning. There's a draw another chart here, which you can just add +1 chart based on the config that it already used. You can delete the draw entirely if you need to redraw it entirely. There's also a redraw all charts, which is a little different than that, depending on what you need. So yeah, let me know. Give it a shot. And that's all for now.